In today's video, I'm going to show you guys how to shoot 2x anamorphic on the Canon EOS M. Let's go check it out. Hey guys, Zeke here and welcome to today's video where we take a look at 2x anamorphic on the Canon EOS M and Magic Lantern RAW. I'm going to show you guys how to set it up in terms of equipment that you need as well as post-processing. Now let me just start by saying that I absolutely love anamorphic and I know that you guys probably do too. It just creates a fantastic cinematic unearthly look. You know, you got the beautiful compression, the distortion on the sides, you got the flares, the bokeh. You can pretty much go on all day about how good anamorphic is. We've all been influenced at some stage by fantastic movies of the past like Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back, Indiana Jones, Pulp Fiction, Blade Runner, which is my personal favorite. I absolutely love that movie. If you haven't seen it, go ahead and watch Blade Runner. Alright, so to get started, the first thing you need is obviously a camera and then a taking lens. I'm using the Canon FD lens. It's a fantastic lens. It's got beautiful colors, beautiful bokeh. Just the way it renders things, it's absolutely amazing. And this lens is really cheap too. It costs like less than 80 bucks off eBay, so it's a really good foundation. Now, how on earth are you going to attach your anamorphic adapter to this front? So the next thing that you need is this guy right here. This is from VidAtlantic. I got it off eBay as well for 40 bucks. And what you do is you just screw it to the front of your taking lens. So this is a 52mm front, and then I have a 52mm adapter ring, which I just screw to the front of this. Alright, so that's what it looks like, and the next part is to attach your adapter, so let's go ahead and do that. So here's my anamorphic adapter. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. I think it's a Mosti SC43 anamorphic adapter. It's 2x stretch, and what you're going to do is lock this adapter to the lens with the clamp. Also, just bear in mind that your taking lens, the glass, is not bigger than the diameter of the anamorphic adapter, otherwise you get vignetting, you get distortion on the sides, and it just doesn't look nice. So make sure that your lens glass diameter is smaller than the anamorphic adapter that you are using. Alright, so once you've got everything together, this is what it should look like. It's very small and compact. It's well made for small mirrorless cameras like this, and this adapter costs 250 bucks, 300. There are good ones out there like the Sankor, Iki, Prosca Ishiko, I believe. These are all amazing adapters for the price, and they're all going to have individual qualities. Some are sharp wide open, some are not. So sometimes you're going to have to spend more, but I think on a budget, this is a fantastic option. Once your setup is complete like this, the next step is to shoot in the correct aspect ratio. So for 2x anamorphic adapter, you need to shoot 4:3, and that would give you an aspect ratio of 2.39:1 or 2.40:1 CinemaScope. If you're shooting from a 1.33x anamorphic adapter, then that's made for 16:9, and that's going to give you an aspect ratio of 2.35:1. Now when you're shooting anamorphic on your camera, sometimes it can be hard to see the framing because it looks really distorted and compressed. That's why using monitors is a big bonus, because some of them have the anamorphic feature where you can set 2x anamorphic, 1.33x, 1.25, and it'll stretch it out for you on the display. So that's definitely handy and something worth considering. Alright guys, here I have the Canon EOS M with the Canon FD 51.8 and the anamorphic adapter in front. So this is the setup. Let's go ahead and get the settings done. So right now I've got Magic Lantern running, and as you can see down here, I'm in HD 1080p mode. I'm going to go ahead and enter the Magic Lantern menu, hold down the trash can, and here I am, presets. I'm set to HD 1080p, so click that, and that's set for custom mode 1. And again, you get all these different custom modes that you can select, and with each custom mode that you enter, you can put your own settings for each individual one. So for CM1, I've set that to 1080p preset, and that's shooting at 1736 by 976. If we enter that, you can see that it's at a 16:9 aspect ratio. We want 4:3 because we're shooting 2x anamorphic, so go ahead and set that to 4:3. Alright, so we've set 4:3, and you can see that it's not really 4:3 at this resolution. Even though we've set 4:3 as an aspect ratio, what it's really outputting at this resolution is 3:2. We don't want that, so what we have to do is reduce the resolution. Alright, so let's go ahead and reduce that, and you can see almost 3:2, and as we're changing the resolution, it's giving us different aspect ratios. Alright, so we've landed at 4:3. So at 4:3 we get a max resolution of 1600 by 1158. So it's not 1920 by 1080, it's 1600 by 1158 for 4:3 aspect ratio. Half press the shutter just to get out, and that's what we're getting. So 1/48 of a shutter, 100 ISO, 5600 Kelvin, and then we're shooting at 4:3. To check your preview, press the info button if that's what you've set it to, and that will switch to framing. So once you've set 4:3, you're pretty much ready to go ahead and shoot. Here's some footage that I shot the other day. That's with the 4:3 aspect ratio, and you can see the resolution on top. Now often at times the display can look quite stretched, so in order to fix that you can go over to the display tab, hit anamorphic, and then you can go down and select 2 times 2:1, and that will stretch out the live view for you. Alright guys, so here I have my MLV files, and what I'm going to do is just drag them into MLV app, which is open right over here. So here I am, and I've got my MLV files. They're not touched, I haven't edited them yet, and you can see it's quite warm, so obviously you would fix that in your own editor. But we want to see how we can, de-stretch this image right here. So if you want to check the resolution, and we can see the resolution down here, so 1600 by 1158 pixels. This was shot at 4:3 aspect ratio. For a 2 times stretch, we want to convert that to 2.39:1 or 2.40:1 scope. Now to get this 4:3 image to a 2.39:1 aspect ratio stretch, what we can do is go on Google and just type in 2.39:1 aspect ratio resolution. Click on the cheat sheet. So once we're on the page, we can pretty much see all these different resolutions, 4K, 3K, and we can just select 2.39:1 scope on each one. So if I want that one, I would have to get a resolution of 3840 by 1609. So let's go ahead and type that in the export settings. And that's going to give us a 2.39:1 aspect ratio, which is what we need. Now if you are using DaVinci Resolve, what you can do is select the clips that you've got and then select clip attributes. Once you've selected that, it'll give you a tab, and you want to go on the video tab, pixel aspect ratio, and select CinemaScope. There are also other options like 1.25, 1.33 times, 2 times. Select the one that's relevant to you, and that will get the job done. This was shot with the Canon FD 50mm f1.8 and the 2 times anamorphic adapter. Now this looks too stretched. What you can do is select width stretch and then select 1.8 times, because 2 times looks a bit too stretched for me. So 1.8 times, and then you can see a perfect display of what you're going to get once you've exported to 2.39:1 aspect ratio. To me this looks fantastic. I'm really happy with how it looks and couldn't ask for more on the Canon EOS M. So this is how it's done in MLV app. This is how I stretch my anamorphic footage in post. Alright guys, so that's the end of the video. Hopefully it's helped you out in some way. Click the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll be sure to make some awesome content on this channel, so stay tuned for that. Bye for now.